Yo, 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 it's FAJP with Vice Tribe, and we got Dwyane, CEO of Let Us Live magazine, in the building. Welcome. Thank you for coming in today. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, man. I'm just here kicking it with you guys today, man. I appreciate y'all for having me here, man. I'm ready to rock.
All right. Your day's been good? Like everything's going good for the weekend?
Most definitely, man. I'm just been taking care of a couple of bills like always. I mean, I think we all are, and then just trying to stay sane and try to get through the week, man.
Okay. Nice. Well, Happy New Year.
I appreciate it.
And
Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. It's gonna be a great year.
Okay.
And I recognize that you were a friend of the show and the station, so welcome back.
Thank you.
That means you out there doing good things. So you doing your thing. So
man,
the world is watching.
We see you doing your thing too, bro. Thank you for having us, man. It ain't nothing but to just put your mind towards it, and I think that's what really drives us, man, to try to just stay on that same path on a consistency basis, man. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes. So tell us about Let Us Live magazine. Like, how did that come about? Like,
that's a good question. I think for me, I got exposed when I went to. Let me just start off with college because I think that's really where it kind of was birthed at. But I was in this relationship at the time, man, and I was in a position where I felt like I was the type of love that I was given was too much for that one particular person.
It wasn't being reciprocated?
It wasn't being reciprocated, and I believe that it may be, sometimes people tell you to love them, but sometimes they don't know how to receive the type of love that you may have for them, and so it can be a little bit overwhelming. And so I think that with that, I kind of had started having self-doubts in a minute. I'm like, you know what, I'm a loving person. I love people. I love to connect with people. I love building relationships with people. So what can I do to not necessarily attach that to a person, but more so attach that to something where I can give a lot of people something or a part of me. And so Let Us Live was birthed from that, bro, because we was around so many different type of lifestyles, and so that's kind of like how it started.
Okay, nice. So what year did that start? Like, how many years?
Man, honestly, we've been in a space of 10 years plus, and that's the idea of coming up with the idea, and then just trying to really place it and find really a niche for exactly who we're trying to deliver our messages to.
Okay.
But yeah, and that is car washes, and when we set LLC, so the whole entire process from start to finish within the span of 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So when will your actual 10-year anniversary be? Did it pass, or is it coming this year?
Yeah,
okay.
It passed, and now it's we're going towards the future, I want to say. I don't like to necessarily put a number to it, because then it's kind of thinking to myself like, man, if I attach a number to it, then that means that either something good is gonna go bad on that year, or maybe something bad. So I try not to pin that to that and just say the future, bro, because you never know how long we'll still be in business and how long we'll be rocking. So
okay, cool. All right, so I seen your issue 5, which you did with London B. Sorry, I was gonna say Lonnie B. London B.
London,
I like her. I've been watching her too. Just her come up as well.
She been coming, man. She been coming.
That was issue 5, and then issue 6 was flowers, and it looked like you guys were giving, you were honoring 6 individuals. So it made sense. Issue 6 individuals. I like the symmetry of that. That was nice.
That was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, but it was worth it, man. Yeah, 6 individuals trying to work through who they were and just trying to find a way to kind of merge what we're about into kind of that issue, which was why we called it Flowers, is because we heard about a lot of different stories that talked about how creatives weren't given their roses or their flowers, or people who are dying now, man, that never get their flowers because of what they do.
Exactly.
And so we just wanted to build it around that, man, and that's why we created issue 6 specifically.
Okay. And then it is a print and digital magazine, so you can get it in print and you can see it. When you say digital, can you get it through the website? And does that mean just the website, or does that mean like kind of social media? Like, I kind of want to digital
because
part.
I think a lot of people kind of get that mixed up. So there's different types of platforms when it comes to online or digital. So you definitely have to be specific. My background is computer science, so I'm an engineer by day.
Okay, nice.
I appreciate that. But the print, of course, is just your physical, something you can touch or you can hold. code, and then the digital version is the one that you can actually get it. That's hosted on online websites like Issuu. Issuu is like a digital platform that takes your PDFs and allows it to merge it into a actual booklet so that people can kind of just flip through digitally. Now we do have access to getting to those spaces through our website, because we do have a website, but our website also allows people to feature songs, music, art, whatever it is that they want to do, and it'll still have a digital aspect to it, but it's more so just promotion from a website standpoint.
Okay, nice. So you got 7 coming up, because you do 4 issues a year. If I'm not
3 to
mistaken.
4. If I can squeeze that 4th one in, then most definitely we going for it.
Because to me, that last quarter, like it's that crazy. Because it's a lot of holidays, a lot of people doing a lot. So I feel you on that.
Yeah. So we normally do that, and then what we've done is, if we don't do the 4th one, I try to give my team a rest. We try to regroup. We try to come back together. We can try to come up with new ideas, so that way by the next year we have something to kind of lead the way. So that's normally how we try to do it when we can.
Okay. Yeah. Sweet. So you got issue 7 coming up. So what's the concept behind that?
So I can't give any information about issue 7 yet, only because we're not in that space to give the information just yet, until we've solidified a lot of different things, which we have not just yet. However, I am working on a digital, a newer style of the magazine now, in the sense of a digital space where we're doing digital features now. So instead of you having to wait for our 3-month process quarterly, because we are quarterly, what we try to do is give you something that can be instant. So we have clients that come to us and say, hey, we have a product that's coming out in the next month. Can you do this digitally for us? Yes, we can. We don't want to turn away anybody there if we don't have to, or if you're just having something that, let's just say you're months away from your release for an album or something like that, and it falls into the space of the quarter space of release, then we can work with you on that space. So that's kind of like how we do it now. Yeah.
So you can't tell us concept. You can't tell us like date when we should expect. There's like nothing you could give us.
Issue 7. It's not the only thing. A lot of people try to focus on issue 7, but we have a lot of other things that we have going on now. But issue 7 is still locked and sealed, because we still need to find out what that direction is yet. Like, I don't think we have it yet. We're in conversation, and the conversation is definitely being had, but it's just that the solidification as to who and what we're trying to do is not guaranteed.
So
yet.
Can we expect that by April? Well, either March or April, sometime in the spring.
Yeah. So within the quarter space of it, depending on production and how things go, that's normally when it is supposed to come out. So you are absolutely right. So if it's a quarterly thing throughout the year, it should be March, April. If anything, if anything, the latest will be the month after March. But if it's not that, then most of the time I'll let my clients and things know, like, hey, we're kind of running behind. We may need to push it back a little bit further. So it just depends on how production goes and what that looks like.
Yeah. All right. So what about LUL or LUL, the mystery deluxe box that you got coming out?
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So I can talk about that for sure. So LUL, the mystery deluxe box is something new that we're trying. Not only is it a collectibles item, which it actually just got completed, so I'm waiting on that to be received in the mail. So once that comes out, I'll definitely be able to give a preview as to what that looks like. But what it is just a way for us to not only continue to brand LUL magazine and kind of take it more so of a premium standpoint, because we are a premium lifestyle magazine. But what we want to do is try to connect with partners or affiliates who have businesses or brands to maybe put their items inside of the box to help us advertise their products a little bit more. So we have a network of people like London and a whole bunch of other people that we're connected to, where we'll be able to kind of get them to maybe do like a open or a sneak peek, so that kind of draws more attention to the products that our affiliates or partners have been provided us for the box. So it'll be like a 360 thing, in the sense to where we also get recognition, but also does our partners or affiliates as well too. So it's kind of like an advertisement tool.
Like that. So when will that be coming? So
I'm trying to get that on out now too. It just got completed, so I will be receiving that in the mail. I'm trying to probably push that before the summertime, if anything, because I still need to confirm the individuals who will be affiliated with the actual first push out. As well as making sure that I got my content created around it. Like, I'm not going to push. I may have it, but I'm going to push something out that does not have a story behind it.
You want it to make sense.
I want it to make sense. Like, if I just rush and push stuff out just because people want it, then it wouldn't be You know what I'm saying? So now I'm just trying to make sure that I give it a lot of time, bro.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm waiting on. But other than that, it's gonna come out. You'll see it.
Okay, I'll be watching, and it's something that I'm interested in possibly being a part of. So
let me know. We are more than happy, man. Just send me a message and let me know to say, hey, man, I want to know a little bit more about it, or just tell me the details, and then based on that, once we've gotten the contract based on around it, then we'll be able to kind of continue to bring more people on. But initially, we're looking for about 5 individuals, but I mean, depending on the box size, that way when it comes here, I'll be able to inspect the size and to see how much stuff I can really get inside of it without it being smushed and stuff like that. But I got you. I'll keep you posted.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have some business what are some business that you hope to collaborate with?
Ooh, there's a lot of people. Like, I've been seeing a lot of people do a lot of stuff with Coca-Cola or Sprite or something like that because they have a community aspect behind it.
Yeah.
If anything that I want to do is to make sure that I also give back. So not just with LUL magazine, but we're also looking to try to tap into schools. HBCUs. Me, myself, I went to Alabama A&M in Huntsville. Graduated with my computer engineering degree. But now I'm here in Atlanta. I want to be able to tap into the people around Atlanta so they can feel LUL. So not just hear about it and see it, but to feel it.
Yeah.
And the way to do that, I think, is to giving people opportunities, or to students opportunity to have hands into the media space, or have them go on red carpets, or giving them the opportunity to learn about what we do, so that they can advance themselves within, whether they do it with us long term or whether they decide to go somewhere else and do it. So just creating opportunities for other people.
Okay, love it.
Yeah.
Because I think I'll get into that later. But we'll get into that later. Okay, nice. So Coke, anybody else? But you said Coke to HBCUs, kids giving back.
And those are that's just like a corporation. If anything, people is just anybody. I want to work with anybody, and it's not just celebrities. I want people to understand that. So we work with people that are aspiring to be something. You have to be active, though. You can't just say I'm doing it, and then we go to your page and there's nothing there, right?
Exactly.
But it's aspiring people that are actually doing something, and then we also work with celebrities. So the magazine is created for us. That's why the acronyms is Let Us Live, because we all live in different dimensions of life. We all have different stories and backgrounds that other people may not have access to. Yeah. So if they read your story, they might be motivated to apply what you've done to your life to their own lives, bro, and that may make a change for them. You feel what I'm saying? So we're trying to create a legacy thing, man.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So you're getting ready to be on a show in Orlando.
Yes.
It's
Sisaundrashow. So you the first. So I hadn't told anybody this, but this is the first that I'm actually mentioning this thing. But yeah, so in February, a day after my birthday, I will be on a show called Sisaundrashow, which will be on Xfinity and centered around 14 million homes.
Okay.
I'll be able to kind of give a little bit more in depth about LUL magazine, to talk about what we got going on. And so I'm just thankful, bro, to have that opportunity the same way I'm thankful to have here. So I kind of look at this as like a press run in a sense.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you for having me here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So so that's coming up in February. So that's right around the corner. So I'm sure you got to prepare and get ready for that.
Yeah.
So is the show, when I looked at it, it looks like it's a gospel type of like.
Oh, it's like an Afro-centric style. So anybody like you or me, like you even have opportunities to go in there too, to talk about you just being a radio host and stuff like that. So it's literally created for just people like us. If you go down the line, a lot of people that have been on there, like Akon and some of the people from, I think, gospels. What is it?
That's probably why I got gospel. That's probably
I think she was a runner-up on one of the shows.
I seen that too.
Yes. So that's probably why you kind of was like, oh, it's probably gospel. But no, bro, like they talk about all types.
It was something that was giving me gospel when I looked at it. Okay.
You probably, I don't know if that was the latest thing that they did, but they have definitely a diverse amount of people that they've actually talked to. So that's a good thing.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that, man.
Okay, nice. I'll be looking for that. You say we can watch that on Xfinity and whatnot.
Yeah, and they'll give me a little clip of my segment as well. So I'll be posting that. You know how we doing LUL magazine, bro. We try to bring people a part of the experience. So
I'll be looking for that too.
Yes, sir.
All right. So AmericanSesh with Pinky Cole. That has to be amazing right in itself. Even though she's been in the media recently.
Yes.
But I see she's still kind of focusing on doing her thing.
Yeah.
But that's how it is when you can become yourself. You're gonna have that. That's like that means you're doing something right.
That's how you're doing something right. And timing, bro. I tell a lot of people, like, it's about time, and you could be the best we could be the best magazine in the world. to people, right?
Yeah.
But if it's not our time to be put in a certain position to win on that level, then that means that, you know, you have to wait your turn. And I have to tell people a lot. Sometimes they get frustrated because things are not skyrocketing off as soon, but you have to put that work in, bro. 10 years, you talking to somebody within a 10-year span, right? So now I'm saying to myself, like, when this thing gonna pop off, bro? And I kid you not, by the grace of God, bro, like, stuff has just been starting to plummet. And so my team is starting to get new opportunities, and most of the time I try to treat them. I'll take them out to Cali or go somewhere together, or me. You get what I'm saying? Just to kind of show some love and support to them. Just because I need a team, bro. Like, the team is everything. So shout out to my team, man. Sisaundrashow, I see y'all.
That's what's up, and you got to invest in your team as well. You got to make sure. So that's what's up.
Yeah.
So you're doing everything right. So AmericanSesh Pinky Code, what is that? Like, because I looked at that too. It's like, it seems like a talking like space or whatever. I see like
so AmericanSesh, for the experience, I guess do you want to know exactly how that whole thing came about, or how you get it?
It's up to you, but you can do that. But then I also want to know what will be your affiliation with it too, so you can how that started and what you'll be bringing to that.
Okay. So the AmericanSesh was something originally that came across the internet. It became a sensation, obviously, because, you know, once Shade Room and all these other major platforms and media platforms pick it up, a lot of people from around the world who's familiar with these platforms now see the same thing that you and I see, right? So when she put that out there, the first time she put it out, I was like, oh man, I missed that. You know what I'm saying? I missed that. I guess that's it. I'm thinking it's gonna be an exclusive thing. Nobody else was gonna have the opportunity to do it. And then the next day or so, she was like, "Okay, the session 2 is gonna drop." So I'm like, man, what is the likelihood of me to even get a chance to do this? But I just did it anyway, bro. It was in the middle of the night. I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna, my name Dwyane Stovall, you know what I'm saying? This is, you know, I'm the AmericanSesh. I want to be a part of it. I started tagging them and everything like that, bro. And then when she did the reveal, or when they started sending things out, they sent a message to the DM to say that you have been invited. So once they sent me that, I was like, oh, snap, boy, it's in there. Sweet. But I knew mentally in my mind, bro, that based on the details that she had already shared with everybody, bro, that this was going to be a big thing. Why? Because we don't get a chance to be around people that we see all the time on the TV, or, you know, we may have been like, you know, they may have been an idol. So, I mean, I'm grateful. But once we got into the space and I received that, we had to kind of do an NDA in the sense to where we can't necessarily talk too much about what happens in the session. But it is a place for people to come together, whether you have a business or whether you have a creative mindset, to be able to talk amongst each other, to share some ideas, bro. So like it's something that you definitely want to try to get in. If she's still doing it, you want to try to make
it
sure.
It looked like it. The most recent I seen, she looked for an intern. I was like, I damn near wanted to be an intern. Bro. I just wanted to be in the building with like greatness, and like I'm like, I damn near wanted to be an intern. I'm like, when will you have time? Like really?
But for real, bro, keep going. Like just keep paying attention, because originally it was just supposed to be a session. Then she changed it from that to bringing on interns to full time. Those young ladies that she just brought on now, which I'm like, oh man, that's dope. And then now she's looking for an intern where she wants to be able to take that intern and put them into every single room, bro, which is gonna be magnificent, bro. The room's gonna be. That's why I was like, I would have an intern, because I'm like, I just being in the room, it's opened so many doors. But that's amazing that you get to be a part of that. Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. You know, so that way whatever I receive, I can help, you know, my brothers and sisters, whoever was looking for it, man, because it's about being a service to people. And if that's all that I do at the end of the day, bro, whether I'm a big time person or whether I'm a small time person, I just want to make sure I make a difference in somebody's life.
Yeah, you got to. That's how successful people stay successful.
Yep.
Is you got to keep giving back.
Yeah.
This is a part of life. But all right, that's amazing. All right. Yes, definitely enjoying the conversation. All right. So I was also looking at your social media, and I noticed something that kind of stood out to me.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is your only cameraman, how many cameramen you got, but from what I could get, because he was familiar, but I couldn't remember his name. But what I kind of got out of the clip, Digi by Dash?
Digital. You talking about one of my photographers for one of the issue number 3, where he had Dash.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I went to school with him, I believe.
Okay.
Like, I'm trying to really how I know him, but I want to say we went to the same school. I know he was in fashion and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay, I know him.
So
Okay.
how do we kind of get into that whole space as far as him even being a photographer, bro? That was crazy.
Okay.
So I can tell you about that too if that's what you wanna.
I was just bringing it up. It was just something I noticed.
The reason I say this is because I want to try to make sure I give people their props whoever I work with. So he lives actually in my building. And not just him, but he's him and a whole bunch of other different people that I've come across, like Gary with the T and stuff like that. So yeah, I've kind of been able to kind of make a couple of friends from them. And one day I saw that he did do photography, and I'm like, bro, that's fire, bro. Like, I want to be able to kind of take a moment for you to be able to shoot this young lady that I have, who's actually one of the close friends of mine who's been on Jet before. So I said, why not? Let's put you on the front cover this time so that you can kind of tell your story. And so he was like, yeah, man, I can do it. And we actually did it at the apartment area. So it don't even look like that when you look at the cover. But yeah, man. So shout out to you, Dash. I appreciate you for that work, bro.
Okay. You're Aquarius. I always ask my guests, what's their zodiac sign? Yes. I saw you was an Aquarius. When's your birthday?
February 15th.
Okay.
So the day after Valentine's Day.
Okay, nice.
And I love baby, man. That's why I sound like I sound and I talk like I'm old school because I have an old soul in a sense, bro. So that's kind of like where I come from a lot of the stuff that I say. If people pay attention to y'all, so pay attention.
Yeah. Okay. Check that out. I'm a Taurus.
Okay.
But
I know about Tauruses. Okay. I've actually had some cool people that I've been around as far as Tauruses go. Now, some people say that they are bullheaded and all that stuff. I don't know if that could be accurate and true of me, but that's what I heard. Though.
I don't know about that one.
Is that
at times? I could say at times.
Okay.
Maybe it just it's not like. For me, it's not intentional, and it's usually like with somebody that's like inner circle, like I'm dating. They catch the most heat. Friends, they're not really, and then outsiders, they're not really gonna catch it. It's really just like right next to me.
Who that's real close to you? Is this sporadic though? Is it kind of? Are you a Taurus too? Oh, I was. What's your sign?
Oh, Gemini.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Oh, my nephew's a Gemini. So
cool kid.
Yeah, he's cool. Y'all have two sides to y'all.
Very talented.
Yeah,
very. That's what I learned about y'all.
Come on, bro. But y'all only like to be. Y'all could be up and down though. It depends, bro. So
this is true. This is true.
Cause my nephew, I be like, "What's wrong?" 1 minute he be like, "Yeah, hey, uncle, hey, uncle, hey, uncle." I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "Yeah." He be like, "Yeah, what's up?" I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" Like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good." I'm like, something wrong with you? He's like, "Nah, I'm good." So that unbalanced, you got to catch y'all at the right time.
Yeah. Also, with your magazine releases, you do live events with the release as well.
Yes.
For what I'm saying.
Yes.
So it's okay, nice.
So
or is it like a launch party, release party?
Yeah.
Or is it okay?
Yeah,
okay.
In a sense, I wanted to. I like camaraderie.
Okay.
So like this right here is intimate to me, so I can definitely vibe off this. There ain't too much going on, and I can kind of focus on what I'm doing. Because sometimes I can get too excited, don't know what I want to say, my words just come out, and I'm just sounding like a fool.
Been there, done that.
Moments where it's like these, I can kind of control myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I can talk about it, but in these spaces, it does put me out into the light. A lot of people are looking at me to, okay, what he gonna do next? I've been doing this for literally every single issue. When I did the very first one, which was called "If I Told You the Truth, Would You Still Love Me?" That was more so for people to learn how to be just real and authentic about who they are and what they do and how they represent themselves in the world today.
Yeah.
You got people that was fighting against breast cancer. You had couples that was, working together and creating, businesses and how that looked. And it was a lot going on at the time, bro. So from that aspect, it just kind of built and built and built. So I said to myself, so every issue I want to do something different. What magazine is giving a production? If anything, they doing it end of the year, award show, whatever. But I wanted to stay tapped in, bro. So that also opened up opportunities for people to perform.
Okay.
For people to come in and be vendors at the event, for people to really feel the life of what we did and how we took a situation and turned it into something that people can take home for a lifetime. So like for London and Sick Flow, those opportunities was great. We give awards out as well too for that. So bro, it just depends on the mood and who we're working with. Some people we may not get a chance to do that with this new town coming around as far as the digital aspect one, because it's supposed to be a lot faster for them.
Okay.
So if anything, it's just the social media recognition and you know, the love and support there. But for the print versions, most definitely, man. But that may change. Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah, who knows?
Do you plan on doing any events this weekend? I was MLK. Are you being social on the streets this weekend?
Not this weekend. Well, this weekend has been busy for me. Yesterday was an event that I was invited to. There was a lot of stuff I was invited to. I was invited to the tank thing that they had at Republic. I was invited to, shout out to Nathan, the great man. He did his thing. They did a BMF watch party last night, so that was something I had to go to. And because my team, they used to be here. Some of my team is here, and some of my team is not. So some of them are remote, so everybody can't physically, or they got something going on. So I still got to come and represent.
Okay.
But from that to tomorrow, I have another event. They're going to support. Shout out to my girls, Mako girls. They got the event coming up.
I was gonna get to that later. I'm actually gonna be there too, and I'm gonna ask you if you're gonna be there. So I'm gonna see you there.
Yeah, we're gonna see you there. Yeah, man. So I gotta show up for my people too. They came and did their thing at the LUL event, man. They was actually at the event with London. That man, when I tell you, the event was like no other, bro.
Okay.
And everybody had so much fun, bro. Like I done tapped in with so many people. I'm even tapping into not just people with products, and even people that are doing things outside of the stardom. So like Breakdance and Fire Nation, they doing dope stuff. They've been in my events a couple times. If you've been able to see like some of those things, they've been dancing, and so it's a movie, bro.
Okay.
We have a good time, man.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
That was definitely on my list to bring up because I felt like you were
about to
you were in that space.
I mean, that's what, yeah, most definitely, bro. I gotta support them, and I know there's a couple other people that's gonna be on stage too that'll support as well too, or that's a part of that whole session. So
okay, all right.
Yeah.
We'll be talking more. All right, so moving on to devices. Okay, social effective awareness. Okay, what? I know social. I know effective. I know awareness. What does that mean to you?
In today's world, those three words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Social, effective, and what was the last one?
Awareness.
I feel like that is being present in the space that you're in. Sometimes we try to be heroes for the entire world, but sometimes you have to be a champion in your own space, wherever that may be. So I mean, because depending on where you come from, you never know. Like you just told me earlier, who's watching you, right? And a lot of people, even like with artists, bro. Like we was having this conversation last night about being aware and being social, right? To kind of get people to have a gravitation towards you. But a lot of people have to leave home. And then they blow up somewhere else, and then they bring it back to the city. So hopefully, to me, it's about being present in the space and making a change where you are currently right now that allows you to be social with the people around you, that allows you to be effective to find out what they need from you so that you can deliver that, and then to be aware so that way you can be able to tell other people about what's going on so they can potentially do the same thing that you're doing. Yeah.
So do you have any tips how people could be more social, effective, aware?
I would say continue having conversations. I don't want to say that the conversations aren't being had.
Conversations with outsiders or with yourself?
With self and with outsiders. Because I feel like there's still a part. Like I feel like when you are social and effective within self, that kind of shines out through you by what you do, by your actions, right? So if that's the way that I'm being social, by being aware about those things, then that's going to outshine. I feel like communication and conversation, not just with self, because people feel like that's crazy. Talk to yourself.
People do think that's crazy.
You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. To kind of self-check yourself, bro. Like,
I ain't even gonna lie,
because we not always right, bro.
And I do that, but even though when I do that, I still call myself crazy for doing it. But I know it's necessary.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Hey, that's just like people try to say mental health and all that stuff and therapy and stuff. Do what works best for you, bro. Yeah. Because. I tell people, just because some people advocate for therapy doesn't mean that necessarily will work for someone else, depending on the severity of what they're going through.
And then there's different levels of therapy.
And there's different levels of therapy, bro. So I think just being in tune with yourself.
That's the key.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you be effective, bro. So that way when you going out here, you ain't destroying people's lives, bro. By ill will stuff, bro. And at this point, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do the same things that held me back from what I was. And a lot of people, it takes them years, bro. But I'm so wise, bro, and I'm so tapped into who I am. So that's how I stay social effective and aware.
Okay, nice. So, Let Us Live career interest programs. Talk about that.
So that right there is what I want to get more tapped into. I think the hardest part for us right now has been getting access to the schools, and I think that was because of the pandemic.
Okay.
And not, everybody went into school. They was at the house. They was working remotely. So now I want to get more involved and to be able to create that, which is why I talked to you about giving back, right? So if I can find a way to get connected to these students that are in the space that I need them to be and give them opportunities and things like that, I feel like that is where we'll be able to kind of start to build that out. But without students, I can't build that out. I need to understand what the curriculum is about, right? So that if I need to write them a letter of recommendation for whatever, then it needs to still be able to be in alignment with what the school is requiring. So there's a lot of different things that have to be in play. But you best to believe, bro, that I'm a go-getter and I'm gonna go after everything, bro. I don't care how many steps it takes. If it's step 145, then that's just what we got to do, but we gonna get it done.
Okay. I can tell by your resume you're very ambitious. So look, I'm here for it. I love to hear it.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So mutual beneficial collaboration. Mm-hmm. What does that look like?
That looks like people giving you the credit for what you do and vice versa. Okay. I've seen a lot of I'm a lover of dance. I used to do a lot of hip hop stuff like that back in the day when I was in college. But I see right now, even in
the industry, do a backflip?
Of course.
Okay.
But I know right now, a lot of people aren't getting that. Again, I'm paying attention to social media. I'm paying attention to content creators who are being ripped off, and people are not giving them the credit, or dancers who have been a part of our celebrities tour, but ain't never got a recommendation of their name and credits. That's what I'm talking about. So if I'm going to bring some value to you and you're bringing value to me, then that means that needs to be mutually beneficial. It should not be a hard thing to do. That's even with celebrities, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because sometimes people can feel like they too high, but they can't forget that we still human beings at the end of the day. I don't care what status you on, bro.
So that goes back into giving back to the community. Yes.
So that way that the community can do it for you, but ultimately in your job, it's just like me coming into what I look like coming to your radio station and not shouting you out or letting people know about who you are, bro. You gave me the platform to do it. But because I'm here now, mutual beneficial. People know who you are now, and then people are learning about who I am from your station, bro. So that's what I mean when I say mutually beneficial.
So in other words, it's another word for networking too.
Yeah.
Okay.
2023, bro.
For sure. All right. So we already touched on Mako Girls. You beat me there.
Oh, yeah.
So okay, I was also looking at some stuff that you were doing on the website.
Okay.
And it's called there's two things. There's Zodiac Mondays and there's Millennial Podcasts.
So those two platforms, they're at a freeze right now. But shout out to my nephew. He was the young gentleman who actually started it before they moved over to Africa. So my mom, my sister, and two of my nephews live in Egypt right now.
Okay.
And they've been able, and they used to live here in Atlanta, but they was like, nah, we got to go.
Okay.
So they were able to take LUL with them as well in a sense, but for 2 seasons I want to say I actually taught him step by step as to how to host it, how to carry it, what to put it on and things like that, so that he can be proud of something created from from what it is too. So that's where the Millennial Podcast came from. And then the Zodiac Mondays was with a group of friends of mine. Shout out to Aranda, Aboriginal brand. She actually this is one of her hats. This is one of her hats. I got you, and then also my homeboy Quinn. So they both are real deep into like the spiritual, So it's kind of like I am in a sense. I mean, I got this. I got this, and I normally have like the little purple one. I think for it.
Is that Amethyst?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get me to saying the wrong name.
Okay.
But they just kind of to give some insight, and to be honest with you, bro, like to see people that was tapped into that, bro, like that was crazy.
Okay.
I didn't even really think that was, but we create our own shows. I have another show that one of my senior writers that used to do before she moved back to DC was called Living in the Moment.
Okay.
And Living in the Moment is where we talk to people that are in the same space, whether they big or not, where they can come and talk about just living in the moment and how that felt when they first got their opportunities. Like we spoke to a lot of people from Sick Flow, who's the artist Black's father. I don't know if you know Black with the number 6.
Oh yeah, he's on the playlist.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man. So yes, hey Flow, hey tell Black, hey I done put him on right now, bro. But nah, he's cool. His father's a close friend of mine. He's the one that does a lot of hosting of my events. So that's probably who you see on the mic, at least for the last 2 issues.
Okay.
Shout out to you, Zona, too. A lot of producer friends and stuff like that that's tapping in. I see all of the things that live in the moment. Yup, there you will live in the moment. But it was a way for us to just kind of bring back love and attention to that type of space. And we had about maybe 10 individuals from City Council, Natalie Archibald to oh my gosh, I can't even remember half of the names of Veer, who was Last Night's protege. It was so many people, bro. So like I'll tell people to tap into that thing. It's actually on YouTube as well, so people can kind of look at those different episodes, as well as LUL series. A lot of people have not tapped into them series ever since Instagram kind of took it away or kind of removed.
Yeah, I don't see that anymore either.
But the series, we got a lot of interviews, bro, that we've done. And a lot of people don't even, from technology to lifestyle to whatever you name it, bro. So many people have come to us, and we've been able to kind of bless them through interviews and conversations, bro. So that's major too. So hopefully y'all tap into that, man. Even the people that's on this live right now, make sure y'all tap into the series, bro. There's a lot of content there, and a lot of gems as well too. So.
All right. So, I do want to say before I let you speak.
Okay.
Congrats on the billboard at Georgia State at their arena out there. That was amazing. That's good.
Yeah, we have access to we can put people on billboards as well too. So that's a whole good thing. But it was big for that individual because I mean they deserved it, bro. So that was a part of one of the persons as far as working with us as being so. Shout out to you if you're watching.
Yes. So let the listeners know where they can find you, how to support the magazine, the merch.
Gotcha.
The floor is yours.
All right. So this is your favorite CEO, Dwyane, tapping in with y'all, man. Make sure y'all check us out on our website, man. We would love to have more traffic to come through so y'all can show some love and support at www.letaslivemagazine.com. You guys are already tapped into our Instagram and our other social media handles, whether it be Facebook, which is LUL Magazine, or Instagram itself, which is LUL Magazine 13. Man, just tap in issue.com, man. That's where the digital versions of the magazine, all 6 of those magazines are out and available right now for you, man. And shoot, hey, let us know what y'all thinking, man.
All right, and you know where you can find us, Vice_Tribe_ATL on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts. Vice Tribe on our YouTube channel. We always dropping new content there. It's going to be an amazing year. We're going to have some new stuff going for you. Business and bookings, ViceTribeATL@gmail.com. TikTok, ViceTribeATL. Follow, like, subscribe, share, and retweet. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Vice Tribe, where we teach, reach, inspire, bridge, and empower the community. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Always know what's your vice and who's your tribe. Come back next week, Saturday,